I'm Baylor women's basketball coach Kim Mulkey, and you're watching Big12Sports.com.
Hello and welcome to this week's Big 12 Report presented by Dr. Pepper. I'm Wendell Barnhouse, Big12Sports.com correspondent, and this week my co-host is Cassandra Novi.
Well, Wendell, if I'm not mistaken, it seems that every week here on the report we mention Baylor, especially when that Baylor boy is hosting. So in honor of Sean's absence, since he's at the Swimming and Diving Championships, I find it only fitting that we start the show with some Baylor talk.
Absolutely.
So last Monday, Robert Griffin III officially received the Davy O'Brien Award in Fort Worth. And as I know, you were there for the official presentation of just one of the many awards that he's had this season. So if you want to dedicate this next segment to Sean, I'm not opposed.
Sean, this one goes out to you.
Baylor's Robert Griffin III took the final step in his stellar college career Monday night in Fort Worth. He officially accepted the Davy O'Brien National Quarterback Award. He was named the winner of the award last December, 2 days before he won the Heisman Trophy.
It's an honor to definitely receive this award. I'd like to point out that Michael Singletary was sporting a mean afro and some chopped sideburns when he won his. I saw his picture over there in the corner, so I didn't know that, but now I do. I also like to say there's a lot of lucky men in this room with all these beautiful women in here I've seen. Coach Montgomery's wife sitting here in the front, so like he said, he outkicked his coverage, but sorry I had to point him out on that. But yeah, it's great to be a part of an organization and an award that has had so many prestigious winners in the past, and I'm glad to be a part of that.
Griffin became the 7th Big 12 quarterback since 1998 to win the O'Brien Award. He was honored along with Jim Kelly, who was named the winner of the O'Brien Legends Award. Kelly believes RG3's skills will fit well in the NFL.
Boy, he's got everything you want as a quarterback. I mean, the escapability when things do break down, and that's sort of where I think the NFL is going, but you still need a quarterback that's going to sit in that pocket and go through his progressions. You don't want a quarterback that as soon as things break down, he takes off running. If he can get outside the pocket when things break down and then look for a big play with his arm, that's the type of quarterback you want. And from everything I've seen, he looks like he's the real deal.
Griffin announced in January he would skip his senior season and make himself eligible for the NFL draft. He is well on his way to becoming a professional. On Tuesday, he signed an endorsement deal with Adidas. The next stops for Griffin are the NFL Draft Combine, his pro day working out for scouts on March 21st, and the NFL Draft in April. RG3 is projected to be the second quarterback selected, but he is anxious to prove he's the best available.
This is kind of crazy with all the cameras in my face, but it's been like that before the Heisman, after the Heisman. It got, it definitely climbed a lot more, but it's just a part of being successful. If you're going to be successful, people are going to want to talk to you. They're going to put cameras in your face and make you have to talk. So I like you guys.
Well, now that we got the Baylor quota out of the way, why don't you tell us what you have for your shout-outs?
Well, guess what? We still have more Baylor. There hasn't been a lot of drama in the Big 12 women's standings because the Baylor Bears have been so dominant. But the Lady Bears clinched the regular season undisputed title with an 80-59 victory over Texas Tuesday night. Baylor is the 4th Big 12 women's team to win consecutive regular season titles. If the Lady Bears can win one of their final 3 Big 12 games by winning percentage, they will have put together the best back-to-back conference seasons in Big 12 history. As you can see here, Texas Tech, Oklahoma, and Texas are the other schools that have won back-to-back women's titles. And interestingly enough, in all 3 of those instances, the records have been the exact same for all 3 of those schools. For my second shout out, I want to remind everyone that the first championships of the winter season are taking place this week. The Big 12 Swimming and Diving Championships at the Mizzou Aquatic Center on the University of Missouri campus got started Wednesday and will wrap up Saturday. The Big 12 Track and Field Championships will be Friday through Saturday at Texas A&M's Gilliam Indoor Stadium. Big12Sports.com will have live streaming coverage of both events, and next week we'll have a wrap-up report from each championship. And my final shout out involves the biggest game in the history of games. Is that too much hype? Probably not. Number 3 Missouri plays at number 4 Kansas at 3 p.m. Saturday on CBS. Now, why is it a big game? Well, here's why. Missouri won by 3 points on its home court a week ago. The atmosphere in Mizzou Arena was off the charts for that game. Now, expect more of the same at Allen Fieldhouse. And the Tigers last won in Lawrence in 1999. The second reason why, this game will likely decide the Big 12 championship this season. Kansas is trying to win at least a share of the title for the 8th consecutive year, and Missouri is trying to win its first regular season title in its final season in the Big 12. And there are other implications. Missouri's Frank Haith and Kansas's Bill Self are in the running for National Coach of the Year honors. And the winner of this game probably nails down a number 1 seed and might be assigned to the St. Louis Regional. And the last reason might be the biggest. Missouri is leaving for the Southeastern Conference after this academic year, and it's likely this will be the last time Missouri and Kansas meet in basketball for the foreseeable future. In 1990, these teams were in the Big 8 Conference, and they met up when Kansas was number 1 and Missouri was number 2. That was a big game. This one's bigger.
Definitely a lot at stake for both of these teams, and it's going to be one of the best games this season, hands down.
I would hope so.
Well, that wraps things up for this week on the Big 12 Report. To stay connected throughout the week, you can hit us up on Facebook or find us on Twitter. For Wendell Barnhouse, I'm Cassandra Novi, and we'll see you next week.